Do
Yeah.
you have any other pieces of advice that you'd like to share? Maybe for someone who's just starting out with painting or who wants to become an artist who lives from their work.
I think what I would say is one of the things that really helped me get my career going, like literally within 6 months of trying. It was close to 10 years ago now that I started my career. I quit my business office job and moved to California to learn oil painting. And I got kind of going right away. And when I asked myself, why is that? Why was it fast? Um, it's a combination of luck, which you need. Um, but the brave are the ones that get lucky the most, you know? So
Definitely.
I found that I went after and took on different projects that at that time I was a little bit too green for. I didn't quite know if I could execute this challenge. I did my first oil painting commission during my first semester at Watts. A semester is 3 months there. So in my first 3 months of touching oil paint, I took on an oil painting commission. Um, it was from Reddit. I painted somebody's dog. Yeah, it's humble beginnings from Reddit's dogs to kings and things like that. But you have to start where you have to start. But what is really important is to say yes to uncomfortable things that are a bit too soon. Because I've seen other students at the time take the seemingly more logical strategy of not putting the cart in front of the horse. So they would take things kind of slowly and logically in steps. Like they would take all drawing classes before doing painting classes. I, for example, skipped drawing classes and took painting classes right
Oh,
away.
really?
Uh, and they would like build up to things, and that's fine. That will work. But the brave thing to do is you don't build up to it. You just do it right away. You say yes to everything. And it's extremely stressful. And you get like literally physically ill. I remember one time magazine, through sheer miracle and luck, contacted me to do the Time Person of the Year cover in 2014. It was my first 6 months of trying to be an artist.
Wow.
And I said yes, and I had like 40 hours of class each week, and I had only 2 weeks to get it done. Um, and I remember when I realized that the email wasn't actually a scam because I was convinced that it was some sort of like phishing scam.
Yeah.
When I realized it wasn't a scam, I just like turned green. Everyone was like, "Do you have a fever or something?" Because I realized I'm like, I wanted it to be a scam, so that I don't have to have the pressure and the pain of um, at the time, I felt a lot of stress because I feel a great responsibility upon myself. When somebody does a commission with me, it is extremely intrinsically required for me to make sure they're happy. And not because I care about them or I'm a good guy. Absolutely not. And I'm not a good guy. I deeply want to be proud of myself as a person.
Mm.
And for that to happen, I needed to be true that working with me or doing something with me is something that every person will be happy and excited that they did and would never regret. And this is something I need, that's so that when I go to bed, I can say that I respect myself,
Yeah.
not the client, and not the client is the client, but if for me, so that pressure when I would say to certain things early on, that personality would put a lot of stress on me that actually I found made me learn faster, perform faster, and do leaps of artistic evolution very quickly because you gave your commitment and you'd rather die than break your commitment or not be able to do something that you told somebody that you're able to do. So your brain just unlocks whatever resources are there that are required to make this happen. And I grew artistically very quickly through a lot of stress and through a lot of like hair falling out and stuff like that. Um, I remember going to paint an MIT professor from life at her like mansion early on, and it was so challenging. The light was going everywhere. The pose was all changing. It was so stressful. Like I literally my hair started falling out faster. But through doing things like that, I literally feel nothing now. I feel absolutely nothing about anything. I have no stress. I don't know what kind of task they would have to give me for me to experience some sort of like fear or trepidation at this point.
Hmm.
And I think that was built through those early years of jumping into things without the safety on, you know? And the more stress and pain you feel, the better, I think. At least, look, I can tell you that's how it was for me. I recognize we all have different brains and different psychologies and different things that push us. Maybe some people grow better from positive reinforcement, whereas I grow from negative reinforcement exclusively. Um, so take my advice with a grain of salt and I guess ask yourself if psychologically what is right for you. But I can tell you that for me, discomfort was the speed booster and the strength builder that I think made my life so much better and made this whole thing go by quicker. And it allowed me to get to painting these paintings that I want to paint faster than otherwise.